Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here in ANZ Pro League Season 2. It's SYF versus Downfall. SYF currently leading 2-1 over Downfall. And we have Chase versus Rize coming up on eSwat. Chase is going to be looking to put that last point on the board. Can he do it, though?
Can he follow that momentum after such a strong win from Seether? But he is up against Rize, very powerful Protoss that we have seen time and time again do very well. I'm sure these players have quite a bit of history as well, being at Oceanic in quite a small scene. People butt heads quite often on these online tournaments. So I'm very excited for this one as well. Just keep these great matches coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Rize had some good games last season. Had some tough opponents as well, but took out dudes like Azure, for example, who's quite a good Terran, and when he switched on is terrifying, as many of the players are, and came up against some real tough nuts like Mighty Kiwi and stuff that I think didn't give him as much of an ability to present how good he can actually play. And I'm keen to see how he's going this season, because Rize is someone that I see a lot sometimes and a little less other times. I don't always get to cast him, but I think he's a really strong player. Yeah,
no doubt about that. Both these players have shown great results in the past and have been fantastic. So, yeah, I think it could be anyone's game right now. It's just about preparation and what they get away with. Best of ones, man. They're dangerous.
That's true, and that's why preparation's so important. So let's get these introductions underway. In the bottom left, spawning in the green trunks for SYF, his name is Chase.
And up here in the top right, we have Rize. Dangerous Protoss. Some very cool skins. Do you have the skins turned on or off? Because I have them on right now, and I kind of like it.
I do have them turned on. I quite like it. I'm a little bit sad that sometimes tournaments are just like, nah, no skins, because I think it looks sick. I can understand why they're like, nah, but at the same time.
You know, when I took a break and I came back into it, I was playing against like some mech Terran who had some funky skins, and I thought everything was like a Cyclone. Or everything was a siege tank, but there was actually Cyclones in the army. And so like I mass Mutalisk and they all evaporated. I'm like, wait a second. They look exactly the same with the skin on. But that was just one of them. So I can kind of understand why you might want to avoid it in tournaments, just to avoid getting confused. But still, they're so sick. They look great.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, it's like that like mental subconscious thing, right? You look at a unit, you know exactly what it is. I had trouble with one of those Viking skins when it first came in. I just kind of do a double take. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I had a lot of friends that had taken a break from StarCraft, and then we jump in and play some teams after a while, for example. And they just go, wait, what is that? Is that a new unit from Legacy of the Void? I'm like, no, it's just skins. Skins are cool.
Some of them get out there, man. Some of them are getting pretty crazy, and I do like it a lot too. You know, we have a little sneaky pylon in the bottom right of the map. So this is what I'm talking about in these best of ones. Protoss can throw out some crazy stuff, especially if they're getting creative and they just have one match to roll with, and especially against a Zerg, in my opinion. A lot more options to cheese out and to do tricky stuff here. Interested to see what it's going to be. Maybe it's a Stargate, maybe not.
Okay.
Probably not, based on what we're seeing right now.
Well, we've got that Twilight Council popping down here. And the question is Chase going to dip down here and discover at any point what this might be? The Overlords don't really path down that way because they don't have a reason to. You want to position it so you can see the natural gas, so you can get into the main. So you can see if he's going to take a third. You're not really worried about that bottom right corner. You might do that a little bit later on, for example, you know, once you kind of got the map already. So he could very well path down there with the Lings, but he's got to defend against the odd Adept for the moment.
It's always good to be paranoid, especially in the best of one, as I keep saying, or against Protoss in general. You know, it never hurts to have like a Ling down there. Just check in just in case something's there. So we'll have to see if it comes back and bites him. So far, it's going for charge lots. Interesting.
Oh, filthy charge builds. I guess they're kind of making a comeback at the moment because Let me tell you, this is my least favorite thing to play against.
I can imagine it's quite a surprise. Charge lots probably rarer in the scale of all-ins and cheeses that at least Zerg has had to deal with in the past. So, yeah, that's going to be quite a surprise.
Exactly, and it does sting too. If you don't have anything but Zerglings, or maybe you supply blocked yourself, or if you only got a handful of roaches, it's really not enough to hold off an attack like this, because they've got, what, 6 to 8 gateways? And you're going to have a bad time. It's just, you're not going to be able to trade well enough. They're going to gain momentum, and it's all going to fall apart.
Ooh, this was a good scout. He was scouting the naturals, scouting the gases, and he didn't have them. I feel like this is a massive tell that Chase could read into. So we're seeing a couple of roaches being made right now, and roaches are definitely the units that he's going to be wanting to make against this. And I definitely can see the power and speed zealots if the Zerg is trying to get straight to those Hydras and going for like Lingbane Hydra. I can see the power in that for sure.
Exactly. And at this point, because Chase is seeing no tech, he's sort of preparing for every possible scenario. He's getting spores in the mineral lines, he's making roaches, he's getting himself an overseer. So he will have some units to defend here. He still hasn't scouted the tech. He hasn't seen the massive gateways in the main base, but you're right. I think that gas has tipped him off, and he's going to be prepared with some units when this hits.
Yeah, he's making a lot of roaches, getting that roach speed. I think he's read into this. And now it's going to be up to Rize to read into this counter early enough so he can transition. And here we go. Zealot's running in, hoping to get a surprise, but too many roaches already on the dance floor.
Yep, and with that creep, he's going to be able to micro back nicely, but this is another tricky thing. Roaches are a little bit slow, and there's already another warp in going off in the main, going to pull Chase into a couple of directions at once. That queen in the main is going to go down, and these Zealots have free reign for the moment. So can he get up here and clear this out?
Ooh, that's a lot of Zealots, but that is also a lot of roaches, and they are in a bit of a chokehold right now. I do not see the Zealots getting too much done. It might be a mistake to fight on the ramp like this. But he's going to be splitting up the Zerg as well, actually warping and committing to the kill. So he's going completely all in this, and we'll have to wait and see if he can actually do it on the ramp.
Yeah, at this point he kind of has to, and Chase is starting to panic a little bit. Drones come off the line, go in hold position to mess up that AI and try and get a bit more bang for his buck with these roaches, because he's having trouble getting the right number out to actually clean up these Zealots. A few left over every time. He's lost 15 drones so far, and another warp-in goes off in the main. And these roaches, there's actually not very many left.
Yeah, there's not much left at all. 3 more on the way. They do have their speed upgrade completed, but they are charge lots, and that is an insane amount of drones that have gone down. I do not think Chase can keep up.
No, the Roach Warren is in danger now as well, and it looks like Downfall have really prepared well for these matches. Rize is looking for that win. Ling's now being produced, which really not ideal against charge lots. He's trying to hold on with what he has, and he has managed to fortify this third base position. It's just that the main natural is still having a bit of a rough time.
And now he's down to Zerglings for the defense, which is not that optimal. This could be a huge problem right now. They aren't +1 Zealots, so they will do a little bit, but it's really going to be down to the roaches to do the damage, and more are dropping.
Yeah, he's got to keep kiting back, using these Zerglings to be cannon fodder for those roaches, because those are really key. He needs to keep those alive, and he, at the moment, does not have the money to rebuild that Roach Warren, so he keeps dragging him back to the Spine Crawler. Beautiful hold position there, buying himself some great time there, but he's still got a second half of the army to deal with.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's going to be losing his main for this, and probably the natural as well. He might hold off after losing a number of drones, but I think the game is pretty much over at this point. 2 base economy against 1 that has no tech left.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Rize, he's a killer. 25 workers have gone down. More about to go the same way as their buddies. And there's the GG. Rize takes it to the 2-2 against SYF.
Oh, man. I'm loving this. I love it so much, and I love this ace match. I'm pretty excited to see, throughout the last minute or 2 of that game, all I could think of, who are they going to be playing next? Who can they throw back in? I feel like that, well, let's go too ahead of ourselves. That was a great game to start things off. That was really smart play by Rize. He had it all planned out against Chase, and Chase identified it, but he did not counter it hard enough. Perhaps he invested just a little too much into the spores, Perhaps he stopped droning just a little too early, so he couldn't get that 3-base hatch, just pumping as many roaches as possible. And yeah, as well as the fact that a War Prism's going to be dropping Zealots everywhere.
Yeah, it does make it a little sticky, and it's really well played by Rize. Vodge pulling an upset against Hut as well makes me think that maybe Hut will come back for revenge in the ace match.
That could be it.
Yeah, you know.
Do you think? Maybe. I like it. I like that idea.
Me too, but if we're honest with ourselves, SYF killed it last season. They've got a ton of strong players.
They have so many good players. I'm thinking Seether. I know Hut probably wants to coach, get me back in. Like, I need revenge. They cheesed me out. I need to have this. But Seether is such a beast.
Yeah, I don't know who they'll choose. I mean, Downfall as well. Their preparation is really what sells me on them, and they've got some really cute builds that they can throw out as well. But I really don't know who they'd put in their ace match. Maybe Pez?
Pez is a beast. I have experienced his wrath recent times. When I tried to play some StarCraft and stream it, I got Pez like 5 times in a row on ladder. And it was pretty ugly. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't stream just yet. Maybe I should wait until I'm a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. The guy's still so good. It's crazy.
It's insane.
We'll have to find out what these guys are going to field. It's going to be on Neon Violet Square. So as always, guys, we'll take a quick break and then be back for the big reveal of the ace match when we return. Don't go away.